Welcome back to Rise of the Kasai. Before we get back into the levels, just want to check out what outfit I unlocked. I honestly have no idea. You can see all of the outfits in this game from the very beginning, though. There's all of Rao's outfits from the original game. Not gonna show those off because we've seen it before. Looks like Masked Tati is our winner. Try that on. Hopefully we get to actually wear it in this level. I'm kind of hoping we continue with the siblings plotline. Don't go back into the distant past, but we'll see. We'll see right now.
The spells that had been hidden for so long were slowly being rediscovered, Kuzo. And you were all that stood between them and the Kasai. Over the next few years, you guided Rao and Tati as they sought the spells. One of these spells was hidden at the top of an immense tower called Basuku. The tower had been sacked years before, but the tomb containing the ancient scroll was not easily opened. Crafted by alchemists during the First Age, it had withstood all Kasai attempts to be opened. Only you knew how to open the tomb, Kuzo. Only you could retrieve the mark of Basuku. But only Rao could defeat the Gangoon priest that guarded it.
Looks like we're in luck. So we're not going to play as Tati, but we are going to see her in the world, presumably. Let's give Rao his first spin in Rise of the Kasai.
Mount Basuku. The tomb sat at its summit and would be defended every step of the way by dark forces of the Kasai, or the Hold, as they had come to be known. Rao instructed Tati to be stealthful where possible, but to not shy away from a fight. The walls of the tower were carved from the mountain itself, and sound would not carry too far.
I guess that's a little bonus tip for us. There she goes, off to do some killing. Probably gonna split up here for the moment. Although I did learn of a very important mechanic in this game. Should have known from the beginning. If we hit the select button, we can bring up the map. Rao is the flashing yellow arrow. Tati should be the flashing blue. And if we want to make sure, we can switch to her view. There she is using another rather important mechanic of Tati in particular. She has what is called the Gift of the Marked. If she stands perfectly still while pressed up against a wall, she becomes invisible by clouding the minds of those around her, such that they can't see her. So she's gonna check out the view in Disco Vision. We're gonna get on with business. Thanks a lot to one Hooly Booly on the forums for pointing that out. Very useful information. Rao's recovered his Taiaha, actually, I just noticed. Might as well put it to good use. I don't know why there was ever a point where he didn't have his Taiaha, or more importantly, his axe. Outside of video game balance, obviously. I love doing this. Just pinning a guy between a wall and your blade. Stun lock the hell out of him. Fua seems to be much more effective with the Taiaha than it was in the first game. They seem to get stunned by the crotch hit for quite a while. There's some guys over here just in case. It'll turn out to be a problem later. Tatsu's probably getting ready to take care of them. Now let's see what we're supposed to deal with. Got some options. No way to know until we check them out. Aw, interrupted my combo at the last second. I believe all of Rao's animations are the same as they were in the first game, which I'm fine with. They did come up with a whole new set of animations for all the other characters, so it's not exactly a lazy cop-out. It's possible we only had one chance to pick the right door, and I might have just blown it. Might have already necessitated a roundup video. There's a chance at stealth. Get back here, you. Okay. Maybe Kuzo will let us know if there are alternate paths that we should be aware of. Not really, though. This place is very nicely set up. I mean, fundamentally, it's just a series of corridors with guys in each room. I wonder if I can stealth this room. But anyway, the way they've set it up is at least interesting. Never get the timing right on that. One thing I've learned about the Taiaha, but I have very little information on, in fact just a single note on a Wikipedia article that I couldn't find any attribution for, is that the Taiaha is not supposed to be thrust into the ground, like so. In actual Maori culture, that is considered a faux pas of some sort. I believe the Taiaha itself is meant to represent a deity, and it is an insult to that deity to jam it into the dirty, filthy ground. This is another thing that can be forgiven on the basis that this game does not actually take place in Polynesia in any way. And besides, the god who we got this Taiaha from initially planted it in the ground himself, so he can't be that bothered by that insult. Now, when we have Kuzo on a perch, and we want to put him on a new perch, we have to hit the button once to recall him, then hit it again to send him to the perch. This is a change from the original game where if you're looking at a perch, you hit the scout button and he just goes and does it. They added an extra step, which confused me several times in the previous level. Kind of confuses me now since it's utterly pointless, but it's not that big of a problem. I also learned of the Souls of the Dead, which Tati and Grizz use for scouting. This guy's definitely gonna spot me. I learned that you can use those at any time. You just have to really make sure that perch is highlighted. You're not using the souls of your own victims, you are using the souls of a body that is already hung somewhere in the area. Which is why Tati and Rao have completely different perches to work with. I knew he was gonna get me. Just gonna punch him to death. Oh, I don't have any ground kill. And I'm crowding him so he won't get up. You forced my hand. So apparently we have to backtrack to that door we opened with the switch. Must have been the door I thought I had missed my opportunity to open. Still haven't really been injured, so I'd say we're doing pretty good. Despite my desperate avoidal of any possible stealth tactics. Most of Rao's voice clips are also the same, but I noticed one exception. Probably notice more as we go along. That didn't work. And again. Kind of resistant to instant kills. Except for that one. In the original game, the first Axemen we met were resistant to special kills. Then later ones quickly became much more vulnerable. At least get a fair fight going. And enjoy an old favorite. There's a new voice clip. I'm positively thrilled by all the minutiae of this game. Probably quite alone in that. Oh, another switch. Still no good way to approach it. And these guys are both armored. Is that a guy up there? Yep, also armored. But Rao's the ultimate warrior. Not the trademarked ultimate warrior, but... Ooh, Tati's helping us out. These guys here, they look mostly the same as the basic Kasai, but they're actually a bit stronger. There's our win condition. Where's Tati in all this? Right behind us. She should follow shortly. Around this pillar.
The tower proved to be well guarded. The Horde, as they were known, fought viciously when alerted and almost got the better of us once or twice. I scouted ahead, offering an insight as to what was further on. And up we climbed into the heart of the tower.
I guess those slightly tougher enemies are called the Horde. Don't even try it. Oh boy. Could probably just ignore these guys on the upper level and go help Tati. But I feel like we are not meant to. Should seek our own path for the moment. She's plenty competent on her own. Rao is very, very strong compared to Tati, I've learned. His attacks will just really wreak havoc on guys, where Tati would have to hit them many, many more times. This is pretty cool, though. This guy has an arrow through his head. There we go. I don't know what this is. What was that, Kuzo? I mean, that weird red flashing thing. That was the symbol that Rao has tattooed on his arm. The tattoo that got made much more elaborate into a full sleeve tattoo in this game. Yeah, I have no idea what that flashing symbol was indicating. Maybe just that I killed enough people in quick enough succession to celebrate. Taking her time over there. Prioritize, Tati. Oh my. Yeah, you should probably be scared. And more are coming. Oh, she's taking a beating, so maybe we have to do this or she'll die. But I can't do anything about this armored guy. Except stun him. You know, I just noticed there's a staircase. Oh, it's blocked off by rubble. Never mind. This is a one-way path. And she's really not gonna bother that armored guy. They're just gonna show mutual respect for a while. And Tati's gone. So back to our own business. Bit of an earthquake here on top of this mountain. Oh, that was pretty cool. I don't think Rao's approaching strike used to have a knockdown effect on it. Use the archer to our advantage. This archer fires very, very quickly. And very inaccurately. He's not taking his time to lead his shots. He's killing all of his friends. They like to have multiple groups of reinforcements come in this game, I've noticed. The first game, it's usually a door would empty out and then it'd be done with. Another man killed by the archers. My kill count must be very low right now. And almost. Just dying to take out that archer once and for all. Gotta probably turn that effect off. There he goes. Seems like that one could have been handled with stealth. Ooh. Okay. Coast is clear. Check out our challenges. Pretty standard bow stuff. Oh, there's a new mechanic about using cover. They tried to introduce cover shooting mechanics, so that should be interesting. And disarm kills. Defeat the dragon. Have no idea what that means, but it's probably the final boss. This game is not concerned about spoilers, for better or worse. Yep. get dead. Oh, come on. Who did I bother? A billion guys. Well, I've got the bow. Summoning another earthquake. That's right, I'm now taking credit for summoning earthquakes. Huh. Doing pretty good on the bow kills, I guess. That's everybody except for the armored guys. I'm not too concerned about what's down there. I'm more concerned about this.
Mothers gave up their children for sacrifice, and sons killed their sleeping fathers. The three kingdoms were thrown into chaos as madness reigned, and the Kasai grew ever stronger. Then before the leaders of the world could organize, they were attacked, and their kingdoms shattered. In a last desperate act, the remaining kings charged east with their armies, seeking the origins of the Kasai. The last 5 great armies of men gathered in the deserts of Sutu for battle. Without hope, exhausted and half-starved, they trembled at the sight of Hassa, home of the Kasai. Book of the Damned, Rise of the Kasai, 2-5.
Well, that's a bit of dark backstory about the Kasai, and the fear that they've drawn in the hearts of men for many, many millennia, it seems like. As good a note as any to go out on.